Today we are going to write some sounds. Before we start, please make sure that your child is able to hold their pen or pencil in a tripod grip. If they're not able to do this, this would be a great opportunity to help your child at home. This is a tripod grip, so you have your thumb and your index finger holding the pen, and the middle finger may be resting under the pen or the pencil. So let's begin. First, we are going to start with the around letters. This is a letter Qu, but we are going to write in cursive, and we need to make sure that we have a flick. The flick may come at the end when we write the letter, or we may have a lead in. Please make sure that when your child is writing, they are writing on lined paper or a lined whiteboard. This will help them understand where they need to start when they're writing a letter. Let's begin. We start at the bottom. We go around the Queen's face, down her hair, and flick to the line. O. Start on the line, around the orange, and flick. K. Start at the bottom, curl around the caterpillar. D. Start at the bottom, around his bottom, up his tall neck, down to his feet. A. Start at the bottom, around the apple, down the leaf. G. Start at the bottom, around the girl's head, down her plait, all the way round, flick. Now we move on to the down letters. T. Start at the bottom, up the tower, down the tower, across the tower. P. Start at the bottom, up, down the pirate's plait, over his face, and flick. U. Start at the bottom, up the leg, down the leg. K. Start at the bottom, up, down the kangaroo's body, over his tail, down to his leg, and flick. J. Start at the bottom, up, down his body, up, and dot. I. Start at the bottom, up, down his body, dot for a head. B. Start at the bottom, up, down the laces, round the toe to the heel, and flick. Start at the bottom, up, down his body to his hooves, over his back, and flick. Now we move on to the curly letters. Y. Start at the bottom, up, down a horn, up a horn, under his head, and flick. Start at the bottom, up the umbrella, down the umbrella, up, down, flick. start at the bottom. We're going to go up first, and we slither down the snake and flick. This is always a tricky sound to write. Start at the bottom, up, down his body, over his arm. N for net. Start at the bottom, go up, down Nobby, over his net and flick. M for mountain. Start at the bottom, go up, and we say Maisie, mountain, mountain, flick. Start at the bottom, we're going to go up first. We scoop up the egg and flick. F for flower. This is very tricky. Start at the bottom, go over the flower, down the stem, make a leaf. Finally, we have the zigzag letters. This is Z. We start at the bottom, we go up, and we say zig, zag, zig with a flick. This one is a little bit tricky. It's the sound X for exercise. We start at the bottom, we go up, and we say down the arm and leg. Repeat the other side. X. W. Start at the bottom, up, down, up, down, up, and flick. I'm going to do that one more time. Start at the bottom, up, down, up, down, up, and flick. W. V for vulture. Start at the bottom, up, down a wing, up a wing, flick. V.